Hey everyone, J-Rod Plays here, and I finally got around to checking out the Stellardance emotes that we have. It's actually a cool little design that they have that I hope that they'll be able to roll out to the rest of the game, because right now it's just specifically tied to your Fireteam screen or the Stellardance screen itself. And of course, it's a time-limited event, so what I'm hoping for is that they'll see which dances are the most popular in the Discord, and then they'll be able to kind of roll those out as actual emotes, or at least give you the option to keep your emotes if you're one of the people who put up that kind of an emo dance. Although the best thing to do would be to allow us to actually have it in game, and then just put some kind of a reporting system in if there's somebody doing something that's deemed inappropriate, you know, something that's like overtly political, or just kind of like one of these popular brain rot things that can cause a little bit of trouble if seen in a video. That kind of stuff, you want to make sure that it's not in the game, but you definitely want to give people the freedom to, if you have a system like this, express themselves in the game. Like some of the predetermined dances that they send you are pretty good. Like the tracking on this is actually pretty solid. It's not too janky. And again, these are just some of the ones that are already kind of kicked in here, but let's go through some of the things that I was able to get the game to make for me. And starting with a pretty cursed one, but cursed in a good way, the game seems to have a little bit of trouble tracking like transitions on the screen. So when it sees something on camera like higher up in the frame, it doesn't actually put it in the middle like it's supposed to. It kind of puts it in the ceiling, and then anytime you have these transitions, as you can see here, it'll like jump your character around. But again, it's cursed in a good way, because it's like hilariously funny to see a character kind of start their emote in the middle of the sky and just slowly descend from the heavens while dancing a jig. This here was a little bit of experimentation trying to get the game to emulate an MC Hammer dance, and this is the you know, examples I'll put like in the background. In the video itself, I'll actually show just little examples kind of mirroring what you're seeing on the screen, so you kind of get an idea of what the inspiration is. And as I tried to fix the frame, I believe it got a little bit better further on. Let me see if this is it. Yeah, it gets a little bit better further on here, and I actually found like a better video reference that was a little bit more in frame and clear, and you can see like the character really gets down at some points, with especially like the hip thrusting with the hands going back and forth all stiff. Like, again, this is not what it looks like in the video, but man, like whatever comes out of it is like I said, cursed in a good way. Like, what is even this that we're looking at this very moment? And imagine again, like you're in PvP or you're out in the world and something happens, like you get beaten in PvP and a character hits this on you. You're like, what are you gonna do with that? You know what I mean? You're like stuck there waiting to spawn, and then a character just starts getting down right on your body, doing the little weird little hip thrust with the stiff arms and like the little ninja moves, like while they're squatting and trying to keep balance. So these two were pretty much like, these are my favorites as far as you know, silly fun. But the real favorite to me was the Choco thrust dance. Most people should know what it is. It's the video with the 3 cowboys, and they're all lined up and they're doing the little thrust dance back and forth, and then it goes into a battle with 3 other cowboys, and it's just like back and forth between the groups of cowboys. And then people had started adding on to the craze later on and showing like videos of them at home with their family doing the dance, you know, like as stiff as they possibly can sometimes. But this is it here. This is the first version, which for whatever reason, I don't know why you would have like such vigorous thrusting going on in the video, but the actual game sees it as like a very small, like a very just gentle hip thrust with your arms pinned back behind you. And I love this. It's so funny the way that it actually like looks, and again, like it's cursed in such a good way, but it's too not enthusiastic for you to be using like as like a taunt or anything like that, which is what I was hoping to use it for. Because like, imagine you're in a group fight in PvP and you win, and then the enemy team like hits something like this on you, and like, what are you gonna do? So like, let's say again you're in shifting gates and you have an enemy team that tries to take you out at the terminal before you deposit, and then you hit them with this bad boy right here, because this is the actual good version of it. Like, this is also kind of gentle, but it's like kind of a cocky, like really smooth version of it, and I really like how it came out. Like this is like the best iteration of it, especially like when it steps a little bit closer to the screen so that you could see it, and then tries to turn sideways so you could see it again. Like that would be so cool if in the game it loops it to where like you end up turning sideways, kind of like a line dance, and then you're doing it sideways from a sideways profile, and they have to watch this from the side, like the side preview. Because I mean, look at this, like somebody hits this on you in a PvP match, or even like at the end of a strike, or at the end of a raid or anything like that, and you're doing this with randoms, and then you go over to the chest, and then you're doing this in front of the chest, like giving it a little one of these numbers like right on top of the chest, and they have to click on you to get the rewards. Like that would be so funny. Just overall, I really do enjoy the way that these emotes have come out. And the best one to me is this one here, as far as like the, not my favorite, but the one that was grabbed the best. I'm gonna like let it play real quick and see if you guys can kind of figure out where this comes from, because it nailed it. Like this is like almost motion for motion exactly what you see on the screen, and it's like an iconic dance. Like obviously you have to be like a little bit older to have known this, because the show that it's from is basically past its prime, and it's been that way for a long time, but it's in syndication, so a lot of people can watch it on regular channels, so a lot of people have seen this. But if you haven't guessed it, this is like almost like bar for bar perfect Elaine dance, like when she gets out into the crowd and like everybody's all excited to see what she's gonna do, and they think she's gonna bust out some dance moves, and she busts out these little awkward kicks, and then like it switches to the crowd, and the crowd is like looking at each other like, ooh, like what are we watching right now? And then she's just going with it, like she's just in it, you know, like it's just perfect. So this is another one that I hope that if they are picking stuff, and if it's not going to cause too many problems, to have this in the game, because this is like a really good emote. Like I would pay Bright Dust for this for sure, to get this like perfectly done, to make sure that it matches it like bar for bar, because this is such a funny emote to just bust out in the middle of the square, like in the middle of Haven. Basically you just see somebody doing this, everybody's going to stop and stare like, what is going on? So just a quick overview so that everybody understands like what to do in this scenario. I'm doing this on an emulator, so for me what you'll have to do is get it onto the emulator first. And if you're doing this on Mumu Player, for example, which is an Eddie's emulator, you can actually go into the settings in the top right corner. There's like 3 little dots you can hit, and then that'll let you open up a downloads folder on your actual computer, and then you just drag your videos into that downloads folder. And then from there, when you agree to the terms and conditions and you go to upload a video, and then you just hit the upload video button, and when you come into here you can see that it already has some videos already uploaded. It's got the Choco video here, and then it's got the Elaine video there. You can see that I was able to pull that from, and then you just click on it. As long as you have gotten the size down under 50 megabytes, it uploads pretty quickly. What I did is I used the program called Handbrake, that is to compress a video, and I took the video file that I already made small from my video editing software, and then I compressed it again one more time, and I was able to get it usually down to like 11-12 megabytes. And when I did that, and of course it's a short video, so it's 30 seconds, I was able to then get it to upload rather quickly. Like some of them did get stuck, like some of the longer ones did get stuck for a little while. So like this one here, which was kind of a long dance sequence, it did get stuck for a little bit. I think maybe it was stuck on that screen for like an hour. When I came back finally, it was done processing, but it's not that big of a deal as far as the time goes, so I wasn't too worried for it. But all the other ones, it did right away. Like maybe it took like 5-6 minutes max on some of these smaller ones. And yeah, it is a little bit annoying to have to wait that long, but I mean, if the results are these beautifully cursed dances, I think it's worth it. So we have a few more days before they change it to whatever it's going to be, if either they remove it from the game, or if they're going to, you know, give it to us in some permanent form, whatever they decide to do with it. Or again, like we looked at here at the top, they have these additional Stellardance quick use stuff up here that you can do with these featured ones. So these featured ones can also maybe just get added to the game, and that's very likely a possibility. But again, you're going to want to make sure that you get in your Stellardance moves, so that way you can check them out and see what it would look like. And then you can also submit them in the Discord to see if it's something that maybe might make it into the game. And hopefully that's what they're going to do. Hopefully they take some of the best submissions from the Discord that they think are funny or that they like, and they add those into the game, or maybe even take them and then like make them a little bit better on the rigging and then add them into the game. Because if they made some of these much better on the rigging, like the Choco dance, for example, with the very vigorous hip thrusts, but with the very serious face, like that would be just like a fantastic addition to the game as an emote in general, especially if you can do like what they do in Destiny 2, where they have group emotes where you can stand in a certain spot and interact, and once like 3 people have interacted with the same emote, it lets you do the group emote together. Because that would be great if you could then get 2 guardians behind you in sequence, kind of like they have in the dance video preview they have when they were announcing the Stellardance. There's actually a line of guardians that they were able to record doing the same dance in sequence. If they can find a way to link that up with your fire team, that would be fantastic, especially if you can do it up to 6 people. Because again, just imagine doing a raid and hitting a raid record and then hitting this move in the video and being able to upload that. It's just gold for content in general and good fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed my Stellardance kind of overview. I know it took a little while to get to, but I had a lot of other things going on, and I had a lot of other videos in front of this that were a little bit more important as far as getting out, like getting out the Rossi video, going over the news. And I do have a news video coming up because there's some recent changes that have been released for the new season of The More coming up, and I want to go over those so that everybody's prepared and at least has an idea on what's going to be happening, and that'll be coming shortly after this video. So they're probably going to be the same day, and today recording this is November 3rd, so they'll probably both be in the evening of November 3rd, pretty late, and so you'll see them very likely November 4th when the algorithm finally shares it. But hopefully this gives you a little bit of time to get in and play with the Stellardance feature and to check it out. And if you have any cool dance moves or anything like that, and you can let me know in my comment section that you dropped it in the Discord, and drop me your username in the Discord so that way I can check it out and leave you a little pumpkin emoji reaction, so that way you get a chance to also get a gift card that they have going on. They've got like a gift card thing for all of the Discord users in the Destiny Rising official Discord, so check that out too if you haven't already.